Hi everyone, my name is Jazmin and today we're going to talk a little bit about climate change. You might also know it as global warming, and it could be defined as a long-term change of weather patterns over a long period of time, causing various effects, all of which are not very good. What causes climate change is the rise of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide and methane, all of which are produced by our use of fossil fuels. We use fossil fuels to generate electricity, to power our transportation, such as cars and airplanes, to power our industrial complexes, as well as our coal fuel power plants, and so on and so forth. So over a long period of time, the rise in these greenhouse gases have created an imbalance of radiation between the Earth and the sun. And this is causing the temperature in the Earth's atmosphere to rise, as well as the polar ice caps are melting, the sea levels are rising, and there's an increase of storms, as well as these storms are getting more and more severe, causing more damage and causing more loss of human life. So I found a really great analogy from the American Chemical Society website, and that explains climate change. And imagine yourself in a cold room wrapped up in a blanket. You represent Earth, giving off energy, what we usually call heat. And the blanket represents the atmospheric layer of the greenhouse gases. As the heat energy leaves your body, it is absorbed in the innermost fibers of the blanket. And then that energy moves onto the next layer, and then onto the next layer, and so on and so forth, until it moves out of the last layer of fibers and out into space or into the cold room. So just as the sun continuously warms the Earth, you produce energy through respiration or breathing. You'll finally reach a balance where the energy leaving the blanket is equal to the energy you produce, and your skin will remain at a constant temperature. By adding more greenhouse gases to the atmosphere, it increases the amount of absorption and release of heat energy that goes off into space. The old energy balance is upset, and after a time, a new one takes its place, feeling warmer than before. This is what is happening on Earth right now. The amount of greenhouse gases by all of our activities are adding to the atmosphere and have created an imbalance, and the Earth is getting warmer because of it. Since 1950, there's been a 70% increase in greenhouse gas emissions. This causes heat waves, devastating floods, prolonged droughts, and wildfires. It also affects our water sources by contamination and water supply. Next, we're going to talk about the rising sea levels. Many people live in places that live just above or right at sea levels, such as Boston, New York City, or the state of Florida. And it is predicted that these people are going to be walking ankle deep in warmer waters. In the next century, the sea levels are predicted to rise anywhere from 2 to 3 feet to 15 to 20 feet. And Maine is 600 feet above sea level, just so everyone knows. The rise of temperature in oceans also affects the Maine lobster industry. Data proves that the Gulf of Maine is warming rapidly. Between 2004 and 2013, the Gulf of Maine surface waters had risen up to 5 degrees, or had risen 5 degrees. This causes the lobsters to venture deeper into the ocean, making it harder for lobstermen to find. Where the lobsters used to be found in less than 100 feet of water, and now they're being found anywhere between 250 and 350 feet. This is causing the lobstermen to have to move further from shore. They have to buy bigger boats. They have to set deeper traps. They have to spend more money on gas and equipment. Lobstermen are still turning a profit, but numbers have been going down since 2016. One of the theories to why there's a decline in lobsters is due to the rising acidity in the ocean that's happening because of carbon dioxide. This has caused the microscopic bottom feeders of the ocean, which is what the lobsters eat, to go down by 1/3. For an example, on the coast of Washington state is becoming so acidic that the wild oysters have not reproduced since 2005. So in conclusion, the rise of greenhouse gases is affecting our climate with floods, droughts, intense storms, the ice caps are melting, and the sea levels are rising. However, there are things that we can do to decrease our use of fossil fuels by using less energy at home. Instead of driving a car, walk, ride a bike, take public transportation, eat more vegetables, throw away less food, recycle, and if you can, switch to solar energy or switch to an electric car. Thank you so much for listening to my speech about climate change.